Canine Detection Collaborative, a detection dog training trio with Stacy Barnett.
Hi.
Robin Grubel.
Hey there.
And Crystal Wing.
What's up?
With humor and a big dose of theory, our trio talks practical training advice and features interviews with top trainers and scientists. It's Canine Detection Collaborative.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Canine Detection Collaborative. I am Robin Grubel, and I am here with my super duper co-hosts, Crystal Wing.
Hello.
And Stacy Barnett.
Hey, how you doing?
And Thanksgiving's coming up, so we thought we would do something kind of unique and special. It's a two-parter, right? The sense of here's the stuff that we're thankful for, which will also help you create your Black Friday and Cyber Monday shopping lists. Crystal has, of course, because she's really good at this, kind of compartmentalized things for us so that we have little topics to talk about. And we'll just be talking about all of those super fun things that we like that are stashed in our vans or cars or whatever. And we can go from there. So, Crystal, what is our first grouping?
You know, we are the detection gals. So let's start with detection stuff. So that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way, if that's all they want, let's not make them linger.
Okay. Hands down. Okay. Absolutely. I have two places that I love shopping and can spend a whole bunch of money. The first is SciK9. So that's SCIK9.com. And that is where I get all my Wattman paper and TADs, which are
what are those things?
Training aid delivery devices. So they hold all of my odors and keep me from contaminating them or getting water on them. They're super fantastic.
Didn't you accidentally drive over one?
Yeah. No, we didn't drive over it.
The hunters that are at on the property accidentally drove over it, and it lived. So
now that's not normal.
It just
glass.
sunk into the ground. It was incredible.
That's not normal.
It's not normal. It just happened to hit just right, and the ground was soft enough that because if it would have done that like in August, it would have shattered.
Yeah, but it was a buried tad at that point.
Yes, it was. It was a ground surface tad. It was
a buried tad.
Yeah.
It was a buried tad.
And then the other place.
Wait, what's the Wattman paper?
Oh, the Wattman paper is how I can make odor soaks. It's basically a little type of paper that sits right on top of the tad and soaks up all of the odor that's in the tad so that I can hide it in really tiny places. So it's fantastic for seams and all sorts of things. They have a whole bunch of other stuff out there. That's the place to go to look for really good science on like how glove wearing. They have odor reducer types of things that go on the TADs. For us cadaver dog handlers, the TADs have been kind of like life altering for being able to do some stuff with your training aids. And they don't leak everywhere most of the time. It's fantastic. Oh. Yeah. So that's the first place. The second place that I can spend a lot of money and totally be excited and happy is Precision Explosives. I use a lot of, they do odor soaks on odors that I don't actually want to possess. So things like narcotics explosives, they also do bed bugs and some other things. So that way, I can be working on an odor soak of actual material. It's fantastic. And then the Get Scent, which is another way to do an odor soak besides Wattman paper, is something that both SciK9 and Precision Explosives sell or use as part of their manufacturing process.
Do we want to spell that because it's not spelled the way
show notes? Yes, it
show notes and social media. Go there.
Yes.
It's worth it. We do a lot of stuff there.
We do a lot of stuff there. So,
except Instagram. It's been a jerk lately. I can't seem to post there. I'm not that smart, I guess.
It's something to do with links and tagging and all sorts of things that makes my head hurt.
Yeah.
So,
So sorry, Instagram people. It's all on Facebook.
Right. And we try. So those are kind of my, besides Amazon, for everything else that you need for odor work. Those are
just like Home Depot. Just
yes.
Half the stuff I need is at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Or the $5 store.
Yeah.
Or the dollar store, right? Dollar store. Yeah.
Oh, where do you get your silver bags?
The Mylar bags?
Yeah.
Amazon.
Okay. Anything special we need to know about ordering those? Because I know the ones that I got from Psy Canine had like an orange seal in it, and the ones I got from Amazon did not.
I don't think that really matters.
Okay.
I all I know is that they come in 2-gallon capacity, which for
that's great.
Larger specimens is actually really awesome. And my cadaver freezer now significantly smells less. Okay. And I know, right?
Yeah.
So I order all of and they're food grade Mylar or luminosized bags. And you can get them in all sorts of various sizes. I know my bookkeeper thinks I get a lot of stuff from Amazon for dog training. I'm like, well, stuff like,
you know what? Amazon's amazing.
Yes.
So just a plug for Mylar bags. This is a little bit of a digression. So actually, I wrote a blog on this, but if you want to train distractions and you want to train a lot of distractions, and you put, what I do is I have those little deli cups we can get on Amazon, by the way, and I poke a lot of holes in the top.
Which are fantastic because it contains things so it doesn't ooze all over the rest of your boxes.
They're total game changers. So if you're doing distractions, what you do is you put a different distraction in every little one of those deli containers, and you put a distraction in all of your cold boxes, right? So the cool part is that you can get those Mylar bags. Now, it doesn't really matter the fact that you're putting all these distractions together. They're all going to kind of smell the same at the end. But if you have freezer space and you want to reuse your distractions, get a big Mylar bag and take all of those distractions that you just created, right? And put them in a Mylar bag and put them in your freezer. That way, when you want to go and you want to train distractions again, you have these distractions ready-made, right? You can put those in your containers and go out and train. So it's just a little bit of hey, you know what? It's really easy. Just pop out your distractions, store them in a Mylar bag. It's great.
Mylar bags are amazing.
Yeah,
they are. I mean, your macaroni and cheese may smell like your London broil because you put them in the same Mylar bag, but you know what? It's okay. It's still a distraction or diversion,
depending.
Oh, boy.
And one of the other places that I really like shopping is the canning aisle.
What?
The canning, you go into like Walmart or we have a Baumgars here, which is like the farm store, and they have the canning section, which is where you get all of your mason jars. And that's, glass is one of the best ways to store odor.
Yes.
So for those items that I may not want to put into a tad, or I want to have access to, because once you seal the tads, you're not supposed to open the seal again. I use mason jars, and who would have known there's all sorts of different kinds of mason jars, but that's another absolute shopping must.
Yes.
So Stacy, your odors, what are your tricks? What do you get?
As far as where do I shop?
Yeah, like where do you shop? And like, I know recently somebody was asking, well, what kind of things do you buy that have the magnets, and how do you do all that? And I thought, I need to ask Stacy.
I have a major go-to. I call her my dealer, my nosework dealer.
I have a donkey dealer, but I don't have a.
You have a donkey dealer, right?
Yeah.
I have a nosework dealer. I go to Canine Nosework Source. Jane Adelson, she's fabulous. She's also in addition to being a nosework nosework supplier, right? She also competes. So, and she competes up through the elite levels. She is K, the number 9 NW source. And let me tell you, her stuff is amazing. My favorite thing that she sells is a metal straw. It's a metal straw, and she's got it's really cool, right? It's a metal straw, and she's got like a rare earth magnet in the straw. So you can put a Q-tip in either end. You just have to cut the Q-tip just a little bit short. So you put the Q-tip in either end, and that's incredible. That's incredible. But
Nice.
yeah, I've got,
because we don't want naked Q-tips. No naked Q-tips.
no naked Q-tips. That's right. Keep all your Q-tips clothed, please.
I'm thinking that'd be great for doing vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great for everything.
For us, you could even take the Wattman paper and wind it up and stick it in the.
No, you could.
I mean, I could stick the Wattman paper in between the seams of the car, so
Yeah.
I don't need the magnet. But
Right. But yeah. No inappropriate Q-tips. No naked Q-tips. Nothing inappropriate. Close them all. Yep.
I like
But
it.
the metal straws are my favorite. She also has some low profile tins that I've used before that are just like really low profile, so you can kind of stick them in there. She's fabulous. Her shipping is really quick. So, and she also, if you do my my intro course, which I teach twice a year, she's developed a special kit for me. So, and you can get this even if you're in my class or whatever, you just want a really cool kit. All of the different pieces of like the paraphernalia, right?
All the stuff.
all the stuff that you might need to get your dog on odor and get your dog searching in one little kit. It's called Stacy's kit, but even if you don't take a class from me, it's still a great kit. So
Nice.
love it. Yep.
Is you kind of feel, well, I'm just thinking you got to feel kind of special that you have a kit named after you. Like that's kind of next level.
I have my own kit. I have like my own signature kit. It's like Stacy's kit. It's my own signature kit. It's kind of cool.
That's amazing.
I know, it's crazy.
So, Crystal, what are some of your odor things?
Oh, I mean, mine's Tad and Wattman paper. That's mine.
Yeah, but you do tracking. How about some of the equipment that you use for tracking?
Equipment wise, I mean, I really like my botcher harness, but I don't know if that's not really, that's like the gear I put on the dog, not necessarily, because we just have articles. And so I just go to Home Depot.
What do you get for your
I
articles?
steal the little carpet swipes, like in the carpet aisle where they have all the free swatches to be able to choose your outdoor carpets. Like, I like the Berber. That'll make 4 articles. And then they have like the little hardwood floor samples. And I'm like, that'll make a nice little tracking article. Thank you. And then for leather, I go to, the Goodwill and I buy a leather belt. So.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah.
So I was just buying stuff because I want to teach Brava how to track. So I went on Amazon and I'm literally, I did a search for, craft. They're like craft pieces of leather or pieces of wood. So I have all these like small pieces of like wood and metal and all that type of stuff from like different types of crafts and stuff like that. So that's what I use. Of course, they're sitting there, and I'm like, now I have to have time to train. So
it's interesting to always go through and find the stuff that you think you're looking for on Amazon, and then you scroll down and it gives you, here, you might like these too. And you're like, oh, you get many things that way. So
yeah, and you can get them the next day. It's crazy.
Well, you can get them the next day. It takes them 2 or 3 days to get to me.
No. Well, actually, it's usually the day after the next day. So, yep.
So, okay, Crystal, what's our next?
Have we exhausted our favorite detection things? What do you put your things in? So you have these tads, you have them in Mylar bags. Is there anything special that you transport them in after that for either of you?
I have, it's anything from a cooler, right? If I want to keep things cold. Some of my odors are double Mylar bagged. So they're in 2 layers of containment, right? That's good odor hygiene. So some of them are in 2.
And they're on your roof.
And the cadaver stuff goes on my roof because it does not go
It goes on the roof.
Yes. Yeah. And depending on what I'm transferring, sometimes they might even go in a 3rd layer of containment, or be stored that way. There's a version of a Pelican case. There's ammo cans. I don't store things in ammo cans anymore. It's stored in glass jars.
Yeah, they're not airtight. Like, what are they? They're not.
Well, they're metal, and so they're not necessarily airtight. And then you have the plastic ones, and since plastic is organic, things move around. And
it just absorbs.
Yeah. And so
plastic absorbs odor.
Right. Yep. So things are stored in Mylar bags and glass, and that's usually layer 1 containment and then layer 2 containment, or it's 2 layers of Mylar bags.
So funny thing, I was trying to get out of Canada. And I was trying to get back into the US, which, by the way, it's easier a lot of times to get out of the US, go to Canada, than go from Canada to the US. So I was trying to leave Canada and get back into my own country, right? And there, the guy's like, and of course, I'd been on the road for like 2 months. So he asked me to open up the side of the van. Stuff is just falling out and everything. He's like, oh my gosh, right? So he said, can I look at the back? Of course, I have the dogs in the van and they're barking at the guy. And I'm like, yeah, they're secure. Don't worry. So I open up the back of the. He goes, can I open the back of the van? I'm like, absolutely. I said, stuff may fall out at you, because he opened it up and he goes, ma'am, you don't pack well, ma'am. And I'm like, I know. It's been 2 months. He goes. This is the funny part. He goes, got any dead bodies back here, ma'am? And I'm like, nope. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, after talking to you, I'm like, what would you say? Like,
no dead bodies.
not in the back,
not
on the roof.
Not over country lines. No.
The bodies aren't in the back, they're on the roof. So.
Yes. But not over, no.
No, and over international lines.
Nope, not going to happen.
No. You don't want to transport those bodies beyond. Right.
Mm-mm.
Got it. I just thought it was kind of funny.
That is funny, though.
It was actually. Really
it makes you wonder.
No. There's no dead
Merry
bodies
Christmas
back there.
to you. Here you go, dead body. Yeah.
Dead body. Well, there's a leg. Whatever.
One of my favorite birthday presents ever was actually the Tad. So when you were talking about like Merry Christmas and such, that was really what I asked for my birthday. And I was just so excited that that's what I got. I got a Tad and some Wattman paper. And you just know that you've hit a whole new level when you are just that stoked. And everybody around you is just like, what is that?
When your family goes, okay, here you go. What is it?
Correct.
Happy birthday. What is it?
So
it's a jar.
What do you do with it? Oh, but you can put it in the water and you can bury it and you can do the things. You're like, have fun, sweetie.
Yeah. Ooh, yep. Love you too.
Are you ready for the next category?
Yes.
Oh, wait. I didn't talk about this category.
Oh, sorry.
My thing that I like to buy.
Yeah.
I like the Cloud 10 case. You can get on Amazon. So for storage of odor.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So I like the Cloud 10 case because it's kind of like a Pelican case, but they're pretty cost effective. They come in a lot of different sizes. There's also like a dial that you can tighten up the seal to help with the odor-proof kind of odor-proofness, sort of, right?
I like your words.
Well, funny story, right? So I did buy one of those that they sell them on Amazon, like dog. It said dog tested. This is where I was like, oh, bring it, right? So it was this dog quote in air quotes, right? Dog tested bag. Where you can put I think people put their marijuana in there, but so I bought this to put my target odor in there. And I decided to dog test it because I'm like, well, you said it was dog tested, right? So I had this bag and I put odor in it and I ran Judd and I filmed it. And he said, yeah, I can still smell it. So it was, I'm like, well, I think I put a review on Amazon. I'm like, maybe not this dog tested. Anyway, no, I like the Cloud 10 cases. And what I do is I get a glass jar. I get glass jars and I put my different odors in glass jars and I put those in the Cloud 10 case.
Nice.
That's how I keep them separate. So, yep.
Love it. Okay, next category. Did I cut you off? Or are we good now?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Hey, I showed up to this podcast thinking we were talking about something else. So I'm like, oh, that's great. I thought we were talking about what we're thankful for. I'm like, I am totally thankful for the fact that my coaching community took pity on me after me oversleeping and having like a half cut off thumb today, right? To say, hey, let's reschedule so you can go do your podcast. Oh, you're a hot mess today, Stacy. So that's what I think.
Such nice people.
Yeah. They are
so
amazing.
Do you want to go to the human side or the dog side? We can talk about the clothing we wear, or we could talk about the toys that we play with our dogs. Which one's next? What are you excited about?
Let's talk about toys.
Okay, yay! I like that part.
I know you have some incredible toys, Crystal.
I do,
you were like
you
queen of toys.
Tug away, see you win. Yeah, show notes. It's spelled weird, but they are like the ultimate fly ball toys. And so
they're awesome.
This is where all the cross training comes in, because you should go to Flyball to get toys. They know how to make fun toys, because you got to think their dogs are like screaming fast. And then you're at the end and you've got to have the tug that they can just like grab as they're running and flying, and they're fun. So that's my first pretty much get anything off of there. But in specific in my world would be the buffalo tugs for my Malinois. I am amazed at how long these tugs have lasted, and I prefer that they don't have the handles. So that's something I love about these. There's enough space for my hands on each side. It's a nice hand feel, and it's a nice target area, and they have lasted for years and years. It's one of the few toys that I seem like I haven't lost to for some reason. They tend to make it back in the van, I guess, from the dogs. So that's my biggest win from there. But they have so much cool stuff with different kinds of fur, and it's so much imagination. But if you actually go and see them at one of the vendor sites at one of the shows, I'm lucky here at Purina, they have flyball events. And so there's several there, but that's the one that always stands out. They custom make stuff for you as well.
Wow.
So there's a lot of cool options out there. So if you're only on places like Clean Run or somewhere like that, you're just getting just a little bitty taste of what they do. And it's a small business with really, really awesome lady that's running it. And so, yeah, big props there. Support Tug Away, see you win. Okay, I'll let you guys go next because I have a whole list.
No, keep going.
I love my crystal balls.
Crystal balls.
That's on my list too. Do you want to talk about those?
I got to talk about the crystal balls. Sorry, Robin, you go ahead. We'll talk about crystal balls after.
No, it's the crystal balls. Crystal.
They're not really called crystal balls.
They're not.
It's the Wacky Walker Wonder Balls. And the cool thing about that is they're taking the leftovers of the rubbers and the things they're using for other products, and they're mushing that together to make a really kind of erratic ball that's very solid. So again,
rubber from other toys.
Yeah. So it's all getting, it's different colors. It's all getting kind of.
All of a sudden I went like, okay.
And so the one thing to consider, we are also not veterinarians, and so we're also not safety police. So do what's right by your dogs. Right. A lot of dogs can't handle certain toys that we suggest. So like just yesterday, someone was complaining about a toy that I recommended that was on sale. And they're like, my dog shredded that in less than 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah, my dog can do it in less than 2, but that's why I don't do it unsupervised. Right. So we're not maybe all using it the same way that we think that we are. But yeah, the Wonder Balls, and it's WUN, so Wonder Ball. So if I was going to go for a safer ball alternative that I love would be the Breathe Right balls. And they're so great because the air can get through. And if it does, get down a throat, you can actually grab it and pull it out. So it doesn't have to have like Breathe Right. Yeah, I believe it's Chuck It brand. Yeah. Yeah. They're orange and they have like holes through it. And at first, none of my dogs liked it. And so I get that complaint from people. They're like, yeah, my dogs don't like it. Well, they like playing fetch. They like balls. So therefore, build the fun for that thing because it's safer for them. And then once you build that, well, then they play.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Robin.
The girls love the turnip from Roughwear. And they have it's just this, it looks like a turnip, and Ember loves that particular thing. And then Dairy Sharp from Sharp Canine Products has these they're one of the Chuck It balls. It's an erratic ball or something like that that's on paracord strings. Oh. And Ember, Flare, Sheba's almost there. Ducati and Bristol love them, and Nico can play tug with them. And I can wing them really far. So that's one of my favorite hunting. Let's work on our hunt games toys. They do get lost in the snow because when they hit, they drop and then the string disappears. So those are some of my favorite.
They get to find like, woohoo, bonus toy.
Right, exactly. Nico believes that Crystal is his favorite toy, but I don't think she's for sale.
Especially when I have Carl.
Yes, Carl, which Carl is from Redline Canine.
I was going to say, what's Carl? What's Carl?
Carl is like this little pillow tug with two handles on it. And it's big enough that it's like he can put the whole thing in his mouth and he just like blisses out over the whole thing. So,
better than the Go Dog fur balls?
No.
Well, it's better to tug with for a lot of the bitey dogs because you have
bitey dogs.
Oh yeah. You can't tug with a Go Dog,
and it fits in your pocket way better.
Hands down, all of my dogs, though, I don't care actually if it's the full size fur ball or if it's the large donut fur ball. The fur balls win paws down. For
do they have a special color?
Whatever's on sale.
Whatever's on sale. Yeah. I bought a bunch of the rainbow ones. Yeah, they're all just, Powder's over here trying to like de-stuff it. She didn't actually de-stuff it. She was
it was really amazing. I found one out in the wild. We were moving cows the other day, and there was one there was a wild fur ball out in the ditch. I was like,
one of those feral fur balls.
Yeah, it was a feral, definitely a fur ball. It was very cold because it was covered in snow. So I think it had gone into hibernation.
One of those strays is kind of like, you've got the cattle, like, you talk about like the.
So I rescued it, and it's now living in the garage with the rest of its little flock of fur balls.
Fur ball. It's a rescue. Where'd you get your fur ball? Oh, it's a rescue.
It's a rescue.
It's a rescue.
And for everybody who doesn't know, what usually ends up happening is Crystal's here over the summer, and her dogs go running with fur balls in their mouths, and then somewhere along the way randomly drop them. So I'm now going on 4 months later
bonus
finding fur balls. Yes.
You get a bonus fur ball. Yeah.
Or like a little purple dinosaur or whatever else they grabbed that day.
Pretty much.
That's great. That's great. That's so great.
One of my favorite indoor toys is the dryer balls. And it's
those
just
are amazing.
Regular old dryer balls. And I got that idea.
I've been using those in my dryer lately. They're amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't been using those dog toys.
That's where it started. I found them for the dryer, and it was through that. What's the name of the company that just has the little pieces? Instead of buying the big gallons of liquid, you just buy little sheets. Eco something. I'll figure it out. But with them, it came with a couple dryer balls. And so then I was using those, and I'm like, I really like these. And then I thought, I need something I can play indoors. And so I grabbed a dryer ball, and that's been one of our favorite toys. And it's been a great hunting toy because they get dirty fast, out in the wild. And I mean, it's right there in front of me and I can't even find it. So it really does a great job of giving them a toy to go hunt for too. And it's soft in the house, and it cleans easily. I know somebody was saying, but isn't it really hard on their teeth? Well, it's not something they're really going to be sitting there like chewing on and devouring.
Well, they're
it's
wool,
just
right? They're wool.
Yeah, they're just wool dryer balls. So they just grab them and bring them back. So it's not something that I just have laying out. So again, anything we're mentioning, these are not things we just leave laying out. These are interactive toys.
Well, although I have to say, like, I've got the fur balls, right? The big fluffy fur balls, the big size. And so what happens is I throw it. This is in the house. Brava, or I don't throw it, or I hold it. Brava loves the game of I just hold it and I say strike. She loves to launch herself, bite it as hard as she can, and then let it go so she can do it again. Right? She just loves the roar. Okay, do it again. Roar, do it again. Right? So sometimes she bites it and I let her have it. So Prize comes over. She goes, "I want your fur ball," and Brava goes, "Okay," because she gives up everything to Prize. And then Brava turns around and barks at me because Prize took her fur ball.
She does.
So even though there's two fur balls, the one that Prize took is the valuable one. I'm like, get the other one. She's like, it's a different one.
And that also brings up something. I almost always, when I order things, I just get two. That's just my rule.
More than two, like 4 or 5, 6. Yeah, go for it.
But the nice thing is if you have the two, then you can play Switch games and you have a lot more possibilities of things you can do. And then it's coming from the same, lot. And so if one is valuable, they tend to both be the same value and you don't have to worry about, value shifting and all of that. But that's for another episode. Yes. Are you guys familiar with the Snoops? Do you like those?
The what?
The Snoops.
Snoops?
Yeah, they're like little rubber type balls. That's another one that I like using in the house. And then to fill them up, you kind of like pop them, and then it looks kind of like a teardrop. And then you can put food inside of it, and then you tuck it back inside of itself. And then they can roll it around, and as they roll it around, the kibble can fly out. And so it's been a really nice one. It's not something that like Radish can use, but it's something that Quinn is great at because he doesn't have teeth.
I was going to say, is it Labrador friendly?
Yes, if it's a Labrador that doesn't like to destroy things straight away. So like Radish destroys things immediately. So like a Kong, even the black giant Kongs, she eats those in less than 5 minutes.
Wow. So she's a major chewer.
Yeah, she's a power chewer.
She's a Labrador on like her jaw strength. Like you take Labrador and then you put a little nail on top of it. So
yeah. And it doesn't have to have food in it. If there's food in it, that's when it took her right at 5 minutes when I put a piece of cheese in it. She was like, I'm not going to get that out. I'm just going to get it out.
That's a Labrador in her, by the way. That is pure.
That felt like the Malinois on that moment.
Well, no, the Malinois like jacks it up a few.
Yeah,
like,
it just
so
said go through.
Like, I'm going to get it. And then the Malinois goes, I'm going to get it with flair.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. But the Snoop is good for the medium chewing dog that likes to go for treats.
But it sounds awesome.
It's great. Yeah, it's been great for everybody until Radish showed up.
Yeah.
Speaking of favorites for the Malinois, the Kong Bouncer.
Oh,
so
yes.
A friend of mine showed me this one.
Like that. It's like the super size.
Yeah,
Kong.
it's like a giant air-filled Kong, and it's amazing. It's the best. My friend got me a blue one, and that is like their favoritist. So that's our precious that, if you leave those out at all, like they get possessive and they want to chew the top off immediately. They still work, but it just sucks. They're a little bit hard to carry around, but the Kong Bouncer we built up so high that my Malinois will go after that higher than a decoy. Like that's how amazing they are. Yeah. I mean, that's been a lot of building and a lot of effort, but still the fact that thing feels so good to him, it's pretty fantastic. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to go back to the crystal balls.
Uh-huh.
So the crystal balls, so these are these wonder balls, right? The other thing about the crystal balls is that they have a very distinctive scent. And for Prize, she is so keyed in on what that I call it the crystal ball because she adopted them from you. Right? So
hey, if you have a scent kit, I can have a ball. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's like so we're in Iowa, right? We go out like and it's like crack of dawn, and all of a sudden she's like, I found a ball. And I'm like, what is that? I'm like, that's not your ball. She goes, it's my ball now. Right. And then you were the one like, oh, those are the wonder balls. I'm like, no, they're crystal balls. So she is obsessed over these balls to the point where if they're like up on top of the refrigerator and she knows they're up there, which she doesn't have to see me put them up there. If she smells them up there, she barks at them. I'm like, what are you barking at? And come in and she's barking at the top of the refrigerator. So yeah, she loves those. They all love those. Do have to say that they're very good for catching because they have kind of like a grip. But yeah, they're actually pretty amazing. They're pretty amazing. They're a little hefty. They have some weight to them,
which makes it great for being able to launch them really far.
Well, you're the one that can launch everything very far because you're the one with the arm.
Yeah.
I just
man, I can put that in a chuck it and it's going football field easily.
I believe it.
Yeah, they really go.
Yeah. Bravo wants to hang out with you next time, by the way, because of your ability to be the human chuck it. Like it's really actually quite special.
So I get to be Nico's favorite toy. I get to be Brava's throw toy.
Yeah, you're just a chuck it. You're just a human chuck it. Yeah. She thought that.
I remember what it's called. True Earth, the laundry detergent. Yes. I know it's random, but I had switched to that because I liked that it was like little sheets and I didn't have to get a whole bunch of the big jugs. And so they came with the dryer ball. So yeah, it was from a while ago. But if you could go back to Wonder Balls, I can go back to True Earth.
hey. No, the crystal balls are great though because they also like to catch them.
Uh-huh.
And so I do. So I'll use a location specific marker and I say catch, and then I chuck it at their heads and they catch. Now the cool thing about the Wonder Ball, so I put it in my pocket in a trial. Now I can't reward with it in the search area because if it gets dropped or whatever, I'm going to lose. I'm going to get faulted, and I don't want to throw it after we leave the search area. However, Prize is so possessive over this. What I do is I just make a big deal. I have it in my pocket. I'm like, what do I have? Oh my gosh, what do I have? What do I have? I pull it out and her pupils just like blow out, right?
Yeah.
They're just like all of a sudden black, right? I hand it to her and then she just carries it back to the van and she loves it.
So you have, I'm switching groupings. So
we still got two more for that one, just so you know.
Okay, keep going.
What? I still have another toy to talk about. So
toys are important, Robin.
Okay, keep going. I've got the labs. They've got balls, fur balls, and the Bitey dog has a tug. There you go.
Okay, I got two more.
I have one more toy.
Okay, you do yours.
Okay. My one more toy is from Sunshine Rain Creations, and she's on Facebook. Brava has this ball that she considers like a crack ball. It's like if you go on Chewy, and it's the cheapest squeaky ball tug you can find. It's like $7, right? It's got this ugly cheap blue rope thing, and it's got a blue squeaky ball on it. And she loves the squeaky ball, so she wants me to cut the rope off and just play with the squeaky ball. That's her go-to toy. So I contacted the lady at Sunshine Rain Creations, and I sent her those blue balls, and she created custom tugs for me.
Nice.
She's amazing. Like her stuff, she could put any kind of fur in there. I did. One of my tugs had sheep. One had cow. She's got all kinds of cool stuff. And it's not like, like sometimes you look at these tugs, you're like, well, that's kind of flimsy. Like my dog's going to go through that in like 2 seconds, right? No, her stuff is actually pretty strong. It's rigorous. It's awesome.
So here's my ones to add.
Okay.
Jolly Ball. So the 6 or the 8-inch Jolly Ball that has the rope in it. That's
yeah. My dogs are like, Jolly Ball is too hard.
Yeah, that's Checkmate's. That's his pacifier. So he sits in his kennel, and it's been our way to let him kind of manage his feelings when he has FOMO.
Okay.
And he has it on the kennel door. And all you hear is this like, caw, 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 caw. People walk by the van, they're like, what's happening in there? And it's him just chomping that. And so when you say it's too hard, that's just what he crushes, and then it fills back up, and he crushes and it fills back up. His favorite is the 8-inch size, and there's a rope that goes in the middle. And that's Yukon's favorite because he likes to do the death chew where he puts it in his little razor bits in the back of his teeth. And he like does I'm going to cut this rope off. And he thinks that he's getting away with something, but I let him do it. And so he thinks that he's really awesome when he does that. And he does this where he's like staring at me in the corner of his eye, like, can she see me doing it? Can I do it faster? And so then I kind of give him a little look like, are you doing the thing? And he looks at me like, I'm doing the ding. So it's kind of a 2-for-1.
And Nico really likes the Jolly Balls because they don't really fit through the dog doors very well. So they'll get caught. And then he plays tug with the dog door. And that's how we rip. Yeah, that's how we ripped the dog door off the side of the house twice in a week and a half. Needless to say, my husband was not happy. So
poor Joe.
I also like Jolly's soccer ball too, the 8-inch. That's a nice one. But one of my favoriteest, dearest things, the last toy that I'll mention. Actually, one more before this. I forgot.
I have one more toy, but I don't have a link for it. I'll just talk about the toy. So you guys can go, oh, that's a great toy. And I'll say, sorry.
Well, Robin might have to help me with this one. The yellow soccer ball with the leather that deflates.
Red line. Red line makes them.
What's it called?
It's like I'm looking around because I'm like, I think I have some down here.
That's Quinn's favorite toy. It's like the inflatable, or
I think they're deflated. Yeah, they're deflated.
They're like deflated soccer balls.
Yes.
Yeah. And then when they chomp on them, they inflate again. And then so that's one of Quinn's favorites. Yeah. I can't think. I got my first one from Canis Colitis or something like that because it was the best price at the deal or of the time.
Deflated leather reward ball from Redline Canine.
Nice.
They come in yellow and orange.
Ooh, I've
just
only remember
ever had the yellow one. That the orange. There is a reason that they use orange bumpers for the hunting dogs because the dogs can't see them very well. Buy the yellow ones.
For pointing that out. It
Buy the yellow ones.
Freaking up the wall when people don't realize that dogs can't see the contrast when we're talking things like orange and red. Hello. Yes. It just drives me up like, crazy.
Because keep in mind, you just want to make sure that if you're going to hold on to this toy, that the dog can target it appropriately. Get the yellow one.
Whoops, that was your hand. I didn't mean that.
Get the yellow one.
Okay, my favoriteest toy.
Ever. Go.
My favoriteest toy is from Living That Dog Life. The creator is Taylor Macy Grieco. And she makes some custom stuff. And I just came across her on one of the sites. She made the most special thing ever. So it's a fleece leash that goes out. We made this together. We customized this together. So as he's losing his vision, he still likes to be the independent boy and be off leash. So what this does is it's a fleece leash, which makes it easy for me to hold with a little loop on the end because my hands are kind of dumb sometimes. Like I have to use a horse lead instead of a regular leash, but whatever. So she made this for me so we can also tug with it. But here's the special thing. It goes down to the end and then it has a Y. And one end goes to his collar with a regular clip. And the other end goes to 2 of the chuckets that she has that are attached inside of the braided fleece. So that I'm actually guiding him with that. So as a blind dog, how amazing is that I'm holding the leash, and if he starts to, run towards something, I just kind of move the leash a little bit and it guides his head because it's, the balls are in his mouth. And it has been such a game changer. But let's say that something happens and he drops the balls out of his mouth. Then I have the backup of the leash still attached to his collar. And so sometimes I think just finding the right people at the right time makes such a big difference. It was just a great thing that she created for us. So I'm all about Living That Dog Life on Facebook.
So the favorite toy in my house is a squeaky green soccer ball that they can like grab onto. It's not really like a soccer ball. It's like the size of a small soccer ball, but it's got an area where they can grab onto it and it squeaks. And it is, I don't have a link, so this is where I go. This is my favorite. Sorry. I can't tell you where to get it. But Powder literally gyrates at the back door until because she's in a sit stay, right? And I open the door, I'm testing her with like, I say different words or whatever. And finally I say, okay, which is my release, like cute. We talked about release cues, right? Where everybody's like, don't use okay. And I'm like, I use okay. Anyway, I use an okay. And so she like blows out like a missile. And her first thing that she needs to do is get this green soccer ball. And the thing is like because I'll get it back from her. I'll give her like a verbal out to be able to, we'll go through like the weave pulls a couple times. We're just practicing just 6 pulls. And I worry about my fingers. Like, even though she's got a verbal out, you can see that she's just so conflicted. This is just the most incredible ball for her. And it squeaks and it's got this high pitched squeak. So it really triggers prey drive. So it's her favorite toy. I can't tell you where to get it. I got it from Cherrybrook, the Cherrybrook warehouse or whatever, but sorry guys, it's amazing. I don't think you can get it. So good luck.
What a tease.
All right.
All right. Robin wants to go to a new category. Which one do you want?
Human gear.
Ooh,
Human gear. Okay.
Oh. Can I try my favorite?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Fluffy Badger all day long.
Preach.
So it's an Etsy shop. So if you go to Etsy, and then the shop's name is the Fluffy Badger.
Oh, I gotta look this up.
Oh my gosh, she's
Holy
got
moly.
fantastic sweatshirts.
What? Etsy.
Yes.
Really?
So
Etsy?
They're dual
The
pocket
softest-
sweatshirts.
The softest.
I gotta find it. I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna look for it right now.
Yeah, the
Etsy.
softest hoodie you'll ever wear. And you have you get to choose the color of your pocket, and she puts a pocket on the back of the hoodie.
So you
And
have a
this
toy
thing-
pocket.
Oh, I can live in this thing.
Yes.
And then if you go and check out more of her stuff, she's got lots of cool stuff. But another favorite of mine right now is the Quick Start leash. So I know we're not to the gear for the dogs yet, but it's the same site. So I might as well talk about it now.
So she doesn't have any sweatshirts coming up, but she has climb covers.
Oh, she's got so much stuff. She does custom things. If you have ideas, you just send them to her. She's amazing. But this Quick Start leash, so think slip lead, but it goes over the nose, which then I know people are like, what? Detection dogs, you're actually promoting that? But here's what it is. It's a really wide, very soft, it's like soft line, like furry lined. And so that goes over the snoot. And then at the same time, it also goes over the head. And so think like if you are in a really crazy, busy setup. So like if it's great for like agility and that sort of thing, especially. But just getting from point A to point B and not having to worry about anything. And it's just right there. You just go. Oh my gosh. Game changer. If you talk about game changers, that's one of them for me from Fluffy Badger. So between wearing the hoodie and having the slip leash, which it's called, I think she calls it the Quick Start. It's amazing.
It's called a Quick Start.
Yeah.
So if you do agility though, just make sure this is just the PSA, right? Public service announcement, right? So just verify with the rules of the organization. There are certain types of equipment that are not allowed on AKC premises.
Yeah. So we don't have to worry about that stuff though. They can do it.
Yeah, no, but they specify things like head halters are not allowed. So just check that before you use it. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks really awesome. Actually, I'm just looking at this one like, oh, and it looks comfy and cozy.
Yeah, she's just done a really nice design for something fast. But for clothing, so Fluffy Badger for my hoodie, and then for my feet, Darn Tough Vermont. They make the most amazing socks, and they're merino socks, and they have an amazing guarantee on them. And what I've learned is it's not so much about your shoes; it's about the socks that you put on your feet. And I had no idea the importance of amazing socks. So if y'all didn't know that, that's your pro tip of the day. So good shoes are great for support, but when it comes to being warm in the winter, get those merino socks, and especially the Darn Tough Vermont. They are amazing.
And search and rescue people, hands down, the piece of equipment I wish somebody would have told me the first 3 years that I did search work, gaiters. Absolutely. These are the things that they go over the bottom of your boots. They look kind of like stirrups, and then they attach on top of above your calf, and they Velcro usually on the front. They have snake proof ones and all sorts of things, but they're fantastic for the summer. Yes, they're a little hot, but they keep all of the yucky stuff from getting stuck down in the top of your boots in the winter. They help keep you warm and keep snow from getting in the top of your boots. They're amazing. They keep, if you run really fast through the water and you're lucky, they can also keep water from getting in your boots. But it's a little creek.
Really fast.
Do that on little creeks, not big creeks. So, hands down, gaiters for search. Good gaiters, good socks. Of course, good boots.
What are your good boot recommendations?
My feet love Merrell's. It just totally depends. I think I have I don't remember what the brand is that I have right now.
The Merrell shoes tend to have a little bit of a narrow toe box, and for those of us with bunions,
right? It just that's a totally, it depends. I've bought some boots that other people recommended, and they did nothing but give me blisters.
Oh, that was Columbia for me. I finally spent money on a good pair of boots. The soles were slick; they were fit terrible. I was like, okay.
And I had one pair of Columbias that I loved. So, I mean,
I wear Columbia hiking shoes because they have like some really nice grip.
Yes.
And those, like, I mentioned the toe box, like they are, for me, I wear them all the time. They are just so comfortable. They are air quotes waterproof. They have laces and they're really not waterproof, but let's be real. But really great for being out and searching with my dogs. Cause again, I don't need to go through the stuff that you guys.
Well, my professional deployment boots are Under Armour boots that they're high tops cause I have horrible ankles. And I actually need to go buy another pair because I've had them for 3 seasons and they're pretty much toast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I'll tell you, everybody goes out and buys all these really super fantastic treat bags. My treat bag that also can, if I squish it right, can hold a Go Dogs donut, not the big fur ball, but just a donut. The large donut is a drop bag from 511, which is, so the drop bags are what law enforcement would drop their brass in if they're out at the shooting range, and it just hooks to their gear. I went and bought a $2.50 Home Depot tool belt and wrapped that through it. And that's what my treat bag and toy bag is that I use 90% of the time. The other treat bag that I use is a rock climbing bag from Petzl. Because
for the chalk, like if people
for a chalk bag, yes, because most of the treat bags that are out there, one, the whole hook on my belt thing doesn't work very well because I bend over and then all my treats fall out. I can't.
It's got to have its own belt, otherwise.
I can't get my hand in and out fast enough. This particular one, I put on a ring and then I have a little snap that just hooks onto a belt loop, and it's fantastic. So
I don't usually have belt loops because I'm wearing leggings.
Right. So that's why I have the other one that's the drop bag with the Home Depot tool belt. So I have two.
So, I have to use I use the Pet Safe treat bag because I have Brava. So I have a laser seeing treat pouch diving
Dog.
creature. Yes, who I use the word dog in a very anyway. So what happens is I'm searching, and if that treat pouch is open like an inch wider than normal, all of a sudden she stops searching and she launches herself and hangs herself with her head in my treat pouch.
Oh, funny.
So she's the treat pouch diver. She's really bad. So I need something that has a very quick magnetic, like a spring close, so that she doesn't get into it. And the pet safe ones I found have a very robust spring system that doesn't break, although I do buy them by the dozen. I have to admit that. I have like a dozen of them. So after I feed her, I shove that closed, and then she can search without keeping a half an eye on my treat bag. She's a very opportunistic creature.
I have found that one of my favorite training jackets is actually just a shooting jacket. They have huge pockets in the front, and the toy. I don't know what you're supposed to put in the back when you're shooting something, but that's where I start. What?
The birds.
Carry your birds in the back. That's where you put your tug.
No, that's where I put my tugs.
For the hunting, it's a giant pocket in the back for the birds.
Oh,
you put your birds back there. You're walking around with dead birds.
Yeah, because it's a big lined pocket, and so you put that in there, and then
it's lined. So I'm picturing like the herda vest, right? I have a herda vest, right? And it's got kind of that back pocket, and you put your tug there.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine putting a dead bird.
Yeah, I'm all about that's where I put all my toys. I've lost toys back there.
That's that's for the tug. Yeah, I like the herda vest. Herda. Yep.
I don't really have a training vest that I love right now. I'm kind of in between vests. So I'm more just like putting it in my pockets of my pants, because that's where my Duluth fire hose pants come in. I live in those. Give me some Duluth fire hose and put some cargo pants pockets on them, and they are just absolutely perfect for me year round. So they go through the briars. They don't get ripped up easily. The scratches and such from the dogs, working dogs, they're pretty thick and they're hardy for that.
Duluth fire hose?
Yeah. So fire hose.
They're nice.
They're super nice. So if you're looking for pants that, are cargo, so it has lots of pockets, then it has the waist so that it's not showing your butt crack all the time, which is nice. So they're made for women's figures. They also have men's version. So that's my go-to pants. I pretty much have 5 pair of those, and that's what I wear every day. That's how much I love them.
I may have to try something like that, because the leggings only get you so far. When I do get the leggings, they have to have a pocket, because when I'm training, I have to be able to put my keys and my phone. But I think I may need to upgrade. So I'll check those out.
So let's go to our heads. Robin, what's your favorite thing to wear on your head?
On my head. Well,
head.
Some of that depends on weather-wise. I actually, the thing that I like the most are fly fishing hats. They are brimmed because I have spent a lot of time out in cornfields and have burned the top of my ears. And so these particular hats are really, really nice because they're vented, and they come in several different colors.
And ponytail holes too.
You have some with ponytail holes. I do not have any with ponytail holes.
I gave you one.
You gave me one. I haven't worn it yet because you gave it to me at the end of the year. So.
Yeah. Yeah, those are awesome. What about winter? What do you put on your head? Around the farm.
So around the farm. So the brand of hat that I like is the Cast King hat. You can find them on Amazon. And they come in all sorts of nice little colors. In the winter, typically I wear a Carhartt earband with my angry chicken hat on my head. to do chores. Because I like my Angry Bird chicken hat, and it's my Angry Bird. It's the red Angry Bird. And it reminds me of the Iowa State Cyclones because that's where I graduated from for college. And I think it makes my husband laugh. So, because he sees me out doing chores in Carhartts in the Angry Bird hat. And there you go. Let's just say Sheba thought I was freaky the first time I walked out because I've already been wearing it this year. She's like, "Who are you? You're not my mom."
You're an Angry Bird.
Yes, I was an Angry Bird.
I have a great hat. I have a really, really great hat. You guys probably saw it. It's reflective material on the top.
Uh-huh.
So it has a whole brim. I got it on Amazon. And it's got kind of like the reflective, like a luminette type of material, but on your head. So it keeps all the heat off of your head and it really makes a difference. It's also vented. You do look like an alien. So hey, it's really okay because let's have let's get our priorities straight here. Like cool head, way more important than,
Yeah, mine is unburnt ears.
Yeah, and unburnt ears because I went to, I was in I drove through Colorado and California, but through Colorado, I think the altitude is really high and the air is really thin and the sun is really hot. And I ended up with blisters on the back of my ears, which were really, really bad.
It's horrible. Yes.
It really is. So you've got to cover your ears up. So although I love to wear like baseball hats, they don't cover your ears.
Correct.
Yeah, really, really think about, we don't want, skin cancer on your ears or anything like that. So get your floppy hat, deal going. And I like the kind that are reflective and you can get them on Amazon because it does keep your head cool. So
with that segue, I love ball hats. I pretty much live in them every day.
That's why I don't wear it because of my ears. But yeah, I do love.
And there's a way to customize a ball hat. If you go to Custom Canine Creations, she's a local single female business, small owner that does amazing embroidery work. So if you need anything embroidered, definitely Custom Canine Creations is your go-to for that. And so she has embroidered all of the different hats that I get ideas for. So I had this idea for my seminar that I wanted to have a different hat for different days and different shirts for different days. And one of the hats was reinforcer. So
the what?
My hat,
what?
Reinforcer. I was the reinforcer.
Oh, I misunderstood. I heard you. And I'm like, I thought you said reinforcer. Like,
oh yeah. So I had a light blue hat. And so it's a certain hat that I love. And I was able to order that hat through her. And then she embroidered reinforcer across the front. And then on the back, one of my little things that I talk about in the class is paying attention. And so it's more than just paying attention, but it's about pay your dog for their attention. And so on the back, she embroidered #pay attention. And then I have another one that she made for Radish. And so it just says rad-ish on the front. And then on the back, it's #root for vegetable. And then, so I mean, any weird thing that comes to your brain, she can make it happen and she can digitize and everything right there for you. So it's a one-stop shop kind of thing for anything embroidery, but definitely for hats. And good friend Christy Rock totally rocks. And she taught me to put the beanie on top of the ball hat in winter.
Yes.
What?
Game changer for my brain.
Baseball cap.
Whoa.
And you put a baseball cap on, and then you put your stocking cap over the top of your baseball cap. So you still get the brim of your baseball cap sticking out, but then you still have a stocking cap on. It's like 2 layers of protection for your head.
Your head is so warm. And the best part is I really don't like sunglasses for just various reasons. And so that's why I have a hat on all the time. And so I want that sun protection and the shade from the ball cap, but I want the warmth on my head. And I saw her wearing a beanie on a ball cap, and I'm like, you are a goddess.
And the other thing for winter stuff, winter dog training and doing chores, one of the things, and I taught Crystal this too.
I was going to say it next. Yeah. I was going to ask you.
I go out every year and probably spend they're usually $10 a piece if you go to TJ Maxx or someplace and buy running gloves. They're very thin gloves.
You guys are holding out on me because I don't know any of this stuff and I feel very left out. I'm getting my feelings very, very hurt here.
So this is like a chore hack.
Very hurt. I'm very left out.
This is a chore hack because I then buy the fleece gloves that have the fingers in them, that the mittens flip over the top, because when you're out doing chores, you're flipping back and forth from needing dexterous finger stuff to know I need my fingers to be warm. So you put the gloves on. And so the liners inside the gloves are a huge thing. And I did the same thing at dog training because, oh my gosh, it was freezing at the seminar over the weekend. And I definitely got plenty of use out of, I did not have the Angry Birds hat, but lots of other things. So.
Well, when I can't use gloves, so especially when I'm doing decoy stuff and I have to have the clatter stick, and I can't. It's just weird. It's hard. Or if I'm doing helper stuff, the other thing that I love having is the Gore-Tex Windstopper hand muff, because I can have that in the front. I put my hands in it. I can put my phone in it. And then I can switch that around to my back. And so then it's not, it's out of the way and I can still do what I need to do. But then I can have my hands free. But it really does get warm. You can even put a hand warmer inside of it, but I've never needed to. And I've been in some really cold conditions just with my hands out, just open. But the Gore-Tex stuff in those hand muffs, it's amazing.
Oh.
Any other summer or winter or any other clothing things you can think of for your feet?
I would say
for your hands.
For the summer, like for nose workers, Illuminate. And if you're a nose worker, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, search and rescue people live in this stuff. The Illuminates.
The Illuminates, like that you put
it's
over
clothing for your car. So we're just going to jump. That's clothing for your car.
Yeah. All your SAR people, all your protection sport people, your agility people. We all know it. We live it.
Yep.
All of your outdoor sport people.
Yeah. It's just like, and if you're new to the sport, you're like, what? It's just because you just started. And but get it for your just clean run. I sell it. It's like it just makes your car look kind of like a spaceship because you've got this like aluminum net over the top of it, but it lowers the temperature in your van like crazy.
And don't forget, you'll need all the bungee cords and the magnets and everything else to make sure it sticks where it's supposed to. So Amazon.
Yeah.
And I will say Clean Run usually does a really good sale at least once a year on the Illuminates. So keep an eye out for that. And it's usually like at kind of a weird time in my brain.
Yep.
When I see it, I'm like, why is it now? But I'm buying one. They also are beautiful on your pop-ups. So when you have them on your pop-up tents, you can put it on one side and it still lets the breeze through, but it keeps all the sun off of you. So that's, even for your family get-togethers.
Yes.
So this weekend we have, I have an elite trial with Y, and it's forecasted to be a high of 27 degrees. That's a little chilly. It's a little chilly. So somebody, one of my students actually reached out and she said, hey, we were talking about like ways to keep the dogs warm, because she also has dogs with really small dogs with like single coats, very little hair. And she said a friend of hers turned her on to, it's called a Snuggle Safe Pet Bed Microwave Heating Pad. And I looked at this, it's about 9 inches in diameter. It's just a little tiny round flat disc. And you microwave it and it stays warm for like 10 hours. And you can put that in their crate, like under their, like a bed or whatever. And it helps to keep them warm. So I have one on order. I really hope it comes tomorrow.
You mentioned about the magnets and all the stuff to hold stuff on. One of the things that I really loved are the Night Eyes gear ties. And they come in different lengths and different thicknesses. And so they are flexible and you wrap them around whatever you want to hold on to. So it's great for holding gear up in the van that's like clanking around. It's great for putting like the Ryobi fans on the fronts of the kennels for especially with the Ruffland, you can, I guess that's another one I love, the Ruffland kennel. That's one that I'm a fan of.
Those are good. I have Gunners. I like my Gunners.
Oh, and I guess I mentioned Ryobi fan in there too. Look how I just kind of threw all that together.
Well, and I would have loved to have gunners, but the way my car's set up, I can't have gunners.
You have to have
so
a lot of space.
I have to. Then I have to have side doors.
Yeah, because they're double walled constructions. So
Correct.
The outside is bigger than the inside. They're super, super safe, but they're very huge and they're very heavy.
Yes.
Oh, here's a hack I just wanted to mention to you guys. If you need to tie anything on, like if you have like a Ryobi fan, you need to tie onto the front of your crate because like maybe you don't have, like the super duper like buckles or whatever. Or maybe you want to tie, a luminette onto something. You just don't have anything to tie it onto. If you have a roll of poop bags, just unroll a few and it turns into a rope. You can use your poop bag as a tie. I am the MacGyver of poop bags. I am a poop bag MacGyver. And like literally you can tie anything onto anything with a poop bag.
That's so funny.
You're welcome.
I'm thinking about night stuff too. I don't know why it popped in my head, but something that was really helpful for me on night searches and then just being at the farm at night because of all the bugs and such is the headlamp that has the red light.
Red lights.
Oh, the red light. Yeah.
Yeah. The red lights. And this is for any of you who do any camping or van camping or whatever, and you want to be in your vehicle and you don't have all the netting up. Red light does not ruin your night vision and it won't attract all of the bugs.
Ooh.
Yes. So you can get headlamps that do, they do the super LED bright, like blind everybody.
Yeah.
Flashing.
Yeah.
And then most of them will have a red light option. The other little hack for some of that is, especially if you're walking around and talking to people and you like shine your light in their face.
Oh, don't you hate that? Don't
wear
look
it
at
around
me.
your neck. Wear your headlamp around your neck. Upside down, because then you can adjust it. Well, then you can adjust it so it's staring where you want. I learned that doing night searches with the dog that did a find refind, and I realized that he'd come back to me and the bright white light would blind him when he'd come back to do his find refind.
Oh, I have a very sad story.
And so I ended up switching to red lights. Yeah.
Oh, I had so I just had contractors out and they had to, they like regrouted. I don't think that's the word, but my back patio, I have a stone patio and they put the polymeric sand or whatever anyway, I couldn't walk out on it. So I had to take all the ducks out the front. Well, my front light is broken. So the only light I had, it was this Ryobi handheld, like 5-6 pound freaking flashlight, right? So I put that down and I had it kind of pointed the wrong direction because I was letting the dogs out so I could see where I was going. I took Y out and he ran into it. It was so sad. It blinded him. He just ran into it. I'm like, I'm so sorry, buddy. It was very sad.
The red light thing is awesome. And you can actually now get handheld lights that do the red light thing. So
okay, much better than what I was used.
Oh, yeah. I tend to go to work now in the dark, and then when I get home, it's dark, and I still want to track, and I still want to train, and it's cold. So the advantage is nobody else is at the park because it's cold and it's dark, and there are no lights. So a solution that I've run into, those little portable battery packs for jump starting your car. They're super small. So I have one of those. I got it for like $60 at Costco. And then they're like $120 on Amazon, but it's these, it's like a fishing pole that extends out. I can't think what that's called all of a sudden. But it starts off small.
Are these the lights that you had at Muscatattack? Are those
Yeah, but I can't think what that, like when the pole
retractable?
Out. Is that what's
an extension rod? But
you take it out and then you twist it, you take it out, you twist it. And so now you have this long pole that's up in the sky that has 4 LED lights. And I can take 3 of those and light up an entire 50-yard area of a football field with fantastic. Just 3 of those.
Well, it's kind of the reason why everybody like had you play with their dogs until midnight this guy
I mean,
last year because you had those lights. They were amazing.
Yeah, you're good to go
Yes.
until they wear out. And so, I mean, I've had those for a couple of years
or
now.
until Crystal wears out.
No, that doesn't
Yeah.
happen. If dogs are involved and people want me to play with their dog, nope, let's go.
Yeah. I'm like, it's 1 a.m. Let's let Crystal go to bed. She has
But those
to get
camping light poles, they take up such little space. It's in like a little bag. It's almost like the size of a like a billiards bag. And that's all the size it takes up. It's amazing. It's so
That's
good.
very
It was
cool.
incredible.
Yeah.
I saw those and I was like, whoa, you're serious. Like, you're legit. Like, I'm just looking at it going, like, that is just, whoa. Yeah, those are incredible.
I might get some hate for this one. So I know Robin always says, I'm going to get some hate mail. I love, it was made in Germany. It's an 8-meter.
We've never actually gotten hate mail, have we?
Not yet.
She always says that, she's going
We
to
will
get it, but she hasn't yet. So
eventually.
here it comes. Here it comes. This is
So
it.
nobody sent us hate mail.
No. You can send it to me. Well, I'll fight you on this one. Not really.
Okay.
I don't like to fight. So it's an 8-meter flexi. And so it's a giant, like it's heavy. It's this big old hunking thing. And
Okay, it's like a 26-foot flexi leash.
yeah, it's 8 meters. And so I use it for tracking. I use it for like potty stops. And some people are so crazy about flexis. Like they may never listen to us again because I said that. But I love this flexi. It is the best thing ever.
I search on a flexi sometimes.
So yeah, that's my favorite one. It's been years and years and years.
Okay. What's the last category? We'll go through it really fast.
So do you guys have any shoes you like for your dogs?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yes. And I really, if I don't, you know what? I don't get kickbacks on this. I really, really wish I did. They're from Wagwear Mojave Wellies. Okay. They look like Crocs for dogs. And Powder was the first dog out in nosework wearing her Crocs. They're pink. What I love about them is they have holes in them, so they look like Crocs, right? But they're not Crocs. They're not made by Crocs. They look like Crocs, but when their feet heat up, they have a way to release the heat, right? So she wears them. She can run all over the place. She can go at Powder speed. They don't fall off of her feet. But the funny thing is that now everywhere I turn around, people are wearing dog Crocs. And I'm like, I started that trend. Powder, you're a trendsetter. And yeah, I get no kickbacks. So I'm just sitting here going, yeah, we started that. Yeah.
That's me with the fur
They
balls.
come in great colors. They don't come in purple. I know they don't come in purple, which I'm really, really upset about. She needs purple. So she's stuck wearing pink.
Any other clothes for your dogs?
they're-
Clothes or gear, anything like that? I have a couple.
I really like the Rough Wear. Rough Wear has booties. Rough Wear has we were in Chicago at the All-Star game and it was like a -20. And so Dash had to wear a doggy jacket. So I bought a doggy jacket for him and the Rough Wear sizing was awesome. They also had dog booties, which he thought was horrible. And they also have some really nice blankets that we ended up using for stations for the dogs to stand on in between doing car searches. So my dogs, I mean, Nico runs naked a lot because, like disaster dog stuff. And then, of course, anything biothane leashes are my favorite.
I hate them.
It's fine. I like them.
I know that's my go-to as well. Cause I mean, everything we're in, everything gets so dirty, so bad. The sand, the muck, like I can clean it so easily.
Yeah, I
Correct.
can't hold on to them. As soon as they get wet, they just slide right through my hand. I'm like,
I put knots in it. So that way I hold the knots.
yeah. Yeah. I use I have leather leashes from, I get them from K9 Nosework stores from Jane Adelson, but they're made over in Denmark. From a wonderful nose worker over there from Anna Larson. And she just makes the most incredible leather lines. Let me tell you, they are incredible. I use those because I can't hold, or if I use that or with my really strong dogs, I use a gripper line because I need the rubber woven into the line. I forget it, biothane. I just can't hold on to it. they're free.
When you mentioned your leash too, that I forgot, I got one that had Checkmate's name stamped into it, and I just think it's so special. And it's a police officer in North somewhere. I can't think now, like Chicago area, I think. And he does leather work on the side, and it's blue canine working dog. And he custom made collars, leashes, everything. He made police leads. He was here at a PSA trial at Nationals several years ago. And I totally stand behind his products. It was so good. I'm so glad you mentioned that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and Robin, you mentioned jacket. The Back on Track jacket has been a really fantastic jacket for my guys. It's definitely been great for, like keeping them warm and kind of taking care of them. So that's another one I would consider. Oh, harnesses. Oh, you guys, speaking of Quinn, Canine Outfitters. They are incredible. So I was looking for a harness that wasn't restrictive, that I could use for Quinn, that for helping guide him, but also have something that wasn't really bulky, everything I needed. And all of a sudden, I have a harness that shows up in the mail. And just we're both kind of in the bitey world. And she made a harness for Quinn and sent it. And so, yes, that's amazing. But I 100% would say, it is amazing. So anyone that can support her, Canine Outfitters, she makes amazing, amazing harnesses. So that's one that I definitely would put on your to get list.
Oh,
yeah. So awesome.
That's enough right there to just go out and like buy stuff from her. You know,
for real. I'm telling you, it's so good.
Yeah.
And the other harness I use.
She's a good human on top of a good.
Yeah. And she just won PSA Nationals. So an amazing dog trainer too. So there you go. Biothane or leather, but the Botcher harness has also been one that I've recently really enjoyed. And I use that for tracking. Because you would ask, what I use for tracking. And what it allows is for the leash to connect closer to the back of the dog. So kind of imagine they have a collar and then it extends under their belly and there's like another collar around their waist.
Does that slow them down?
Nope. It just keeps the leash between their legs so that when you're tracking, if it's all the way up on their collar and they turn, it can get tangled. And so it just keeps it from getting tangled.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed that. Any other things you can think of for dog gear? I don't know if this counts as dog gear. I guess we can kind of go into travel. The Noggle. I think that's a great one.
The Noggle is super.
Yeah.
Yes.
NoggleNation.com.
And do you want to tell them what that is?
It's like a hose. Yeah, it's a hose that you can attach to your vent in the front seat. And it can siphon air conditioning to the back and help keep your dogs cool back there. They made them for kids, but dogs.
Dogs.
Speaking of kids, Baby Monitor has been a real game changer for me because it shows the video, it shows the temperature. It also has sound so that I can talk to the dogs. So when we're somewhere that, like if I have to stop at a restaurant or if like at one time in Ohio, we were sleeping at an Airbnb and the dogs were out in the van and it was 0 degrees outside. I had a space heater in the van. Like everything about this was nuts. It was one of those like, oh my gosh, winter hit all of a sudden, surprise storm. And so with my Baby Monitor, I could see what temperature the van was. I could see them. I could hear them. And so it's just been one of those. I used it out at the farm quite a bit. It doesn't have great distance, but if you're going to be somewhere close-ish, it's a really great way to keep your eyes and temperature and ears on your dogs.
Yes.
So Baby Monitors all the way.
I didn't know Baby Monitors have head heat sensors.
Yeah, I'll tell you the temperature.
Wow.
And then Arlo camera is my go-to for my property. So when I'm at work, I can, see that my dogs are okay because our dogs are pretty darn valuable. And I don't need, all the crazies out there that, do naughty things. So I have eyes now since they're out in kennels. Oh, and speaking of crazies, white noise machines.
Yes.
Little battery powered white noise machine. That's also something really helpful. You can go through tons of those. There's so many options on those. I don't have a favorite one. And then, my camping chair. People go crazy about my camping chair.
Oh, I bought one with the hood.
Uh-huh.
You have your own sunscreen that comes up the top.
Yes.
Oh.
So my two favorite camping chairs, the one with the hood, and then I need to just get somewhere fast, especially taking photos or hiding in the woods for search and rescue. And it's a little round disc, and you swivel it, and then you can make it go to any height. And it's hard to describe.
Oh, is it like a stool or whatever?
Yeah, it's like a little pop-up stool, and it goes from like 3 inches all the way up to like 20 inches, and you can adjust it anywhere in between.
Yes, but be careful that when it's fully extended, don't knock the sides because you'll fall over.
Yeah, don't
yeah.
She would go to like the like the antique, like it's all the
the flea markets.
Like the flea market. Thank you. Oh my God, I couldn't think of the word flea market. Ouch. Okay, so she would have one of those, and she could put it over her shoulder.
Yes,
right, like because it had a little strap. And she could go shopping at the flea market with her little pop-up stool.
Yep. Perfect.
So she could sit down there.
I'll say my next favorite thing came from Stacy. GoPro. She gave me a GoPro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That has been such a huge thing to be able to record my training, everybody else's training so quickly. I need to get better at figuring out how to get it in my computer and out to people, but whatever, I'll figure that out. But yeah, that's been a great one.
I use the dongle. I have a dongle off of my my iMac, so I just use a dongle and I just put the micro SD card in that, and it.
I mean, I can get it on the computer. It's just a matter of getting it into some sort of storage that can get it to them. That's been my struggle, but that's my internet.
Yeah, I use YouTube.
Yeah, that's been my internet issue. Where do you edit videos? What do you guys use?
iMovie.
Okay.
iMovie.
I use Power Director. That's another one. I pay a little bit for it.
I have a Mac.
Yeah, and I don't.
Yeah, I have a Mac. Yeah.
So,
any other apps you use?
Oh, a million.
What are your most important dog apps?
Tiny Choices. Yeah. Tiny Choices. That helps with randomization.
Oh, yeah. I remember you talking about that one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I have I'm not sure I have a dog app. I'm sure I have like a million apps. I'm not sure I have a dog app.
There's one called Dog Tracks, and that's one we use for our tracking app. There's also the man trailing app, but I like Dog Tracks a lot. And then Bobby Lyons taught us one at the seminar last time, and it's just called Dog Anatomy. And that was so fascinating to be able to understand what parts of the dog you're looking at. So if they kind of start showing some lameness or such, you can use this app, and it really is very thorough. So if you have any interest in learning more about, dog health, that's a really great one. And then you also mentioned Dog Vision. There's an app for that. So it can kind of help you simulate what it looks like to be a dog and how they might see. So that might be another option to help people out.
Yep.
And then I think tech-wise for SAR people, I used the Alpha handheld for GPS. And then Robin, which one did you like?
I like the Pathfinder. I'm using the Pathfinder from Dogtra. And that's some of that depends on personal preference and all sorts of things too.
Yeah, and kind of what your team uses.
And how much you want to spend.
Oh, they're so expensive.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. That's pretty much my list, friends. We did it.
I know.
Woo!
I was going to say that's
a long episode.
That was a long episode. That's going to be a long wish list for people. And I think that was probably years and years and years of hacks from all of us to you on what we are thankful for our gear, and hopefully will help with your shopping list. And keep in mind, you can go out to the Canine Detection Collaborative website and buy Dames of Detection gear and Canine Collaborative gear to help support the podcast. We greatly appreciate it. So make sure you check all of that out as well. So thanks everybody for joining us for our Thanksgiving episode. And I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Canine Detection Collaborative! We appreciate the time you spend with us. If you liked this episode, not only should you follow us so you don't miss the next one, but please also rate and review us in your favorite podcast app. For info on collaborating with us, go to k9detectioncollaborative.com. That's K9detectioncollaborative.com, where you can find our socials and pick up our latest monthly freebie. Join us again to talk training in the next episode.